Here am I on behalf of Valour Canada at Moreuil Wood, one of the great battles for the Canadians in 1918. Let's set the scene. 21st of March 1918, the hammer blow of the German Kaiserschlacht, the big offensive, falls on the Western Front. It's designed effectively to destroy the Allies before America can get into the war. And at that stage, here I am miles behind the Allied lines. It's way, way over there. It's beyond Albert, beyond Bapaume. It's on the Hindenburg line. But as the Germans start driving on, Albert falls, the Basilica is destroyed, they keep on coming this way. And by the time we get to the morning of the 30th of March, they're 8 miles from Amiens, their objective over there. And now the Allies are really struggling. Over there, the Australians are fighting at Villers-Bretonneux. And on the morning, around 8:30 on the 30th of March, General Seeley, commanding the cavalry, the 3rd Canadian Cavalry, gives the order to send the Canadian Dragoons into the wood and Lord Strathcona's horse to support them, actually with very effective help from overhead, the RAF as well. You would have thought by this stage in the war, cavalry had no role. Well, largely they'd been superseded by all the modern weapons, but they had the same rifle as the infantry, and they could either fight on horseback with a sword like this, or they could fight as infantry, and they had machine guns and all the modern equipment to go with it. What actually happens is the Germans get into the wood behind me, continue to advance, and the cavalry are launched. They have machine guns, yes, but bear in mind, if I'm trudging up this slope on foot, I'm a target for a long time. On a horse, head down, at a gallop, we can get to the woods quickly. Lots of horses are killed and wounded. Some soldiers are, but they're able to get into the wood and they begin to fight through the wood. At this point, Strathcona's horse has some of their men on foot fighting, the rest are waiting on horseback. And the thing they've been waiting for virtually their entire career is an order to make a mounted charge, because that can be delivered quickly. Imagine them being like paratroopers in the Second World War. You can use them quickly to do a quick job, move through, and then that's probably the end of it. They won't be able to do it again. And over there, young, and he was relatively young, Lieutenant Flowerdew of Strathcona's horse is told to make a charge. And he actually says to his men, "It's a charge, boys, it's a charge." And everyone must have thought that's it. At that point, the order will be given, draw swords. They've got their rifle, but now the sword is what they're going to use. And this sword is a stabbing sword. It's delivered like that. No point cutting with it. And we have to imagine that from where I am now, basically they go to the far end of the wood and round the back. His job is to stop reinforcements getting in, more importantly, Germans getting away. He actually gives the order to sound the charge. It's cut off almost immediately because the trumpeter is killed. Flowerdew then gets on with the job. Sadly, shot repeatedly, he falls. Most of his command are killed and wounded. The majority of the horses go down as well. But what it allows is the enemy to be driven out of the wood. The reinforcements can't get in. Actually, Strathcona's horse sees machine guns and are able to take on the oncoming Germans. Basically, this is the high watermark of the Kaiserschlacht. This is where the Germans are halted. And they will still be here in August 1918 when we begin to advance, driving them back towards where they will end up on the 11th of November. This is an example of human sacrifice, but also success. But at what cost?